Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Hi, everybody. Anthony Rodriguez here, Walking Crow, for another Tuesday edition of the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. How's everybody doing today? Wow, what a gorgeous, gorgeous day today. Outside the studio window, it's probably about 55 degrees. It's damp. It's rainy. Feeling like we're in Great Britain or Ireland or Washington, Seattle, Washington, or someplace other than sunny California. I'm telling you. But it's still a beautiful day. And I am ready for the day. Oishi no, oishi no, oishi no. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ahoshi no wanahonata. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I'm going to light some sage, and I'm going to ask Great Spirit if he would help clear the room, clear all the channels, clear all of the electronics, computers, the telephone lines, all the transmission lines, clear the channel between me and Great Spirit in the universe and Mother Earth, and that I would be a complete and beautiful, perfect channel of what it is that you need to hear today, what it is that the guides want us to hear today, what you need to hear today, what I am supposed to say. Oishino wanahonata, oishino wanaho. Clear, 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 clear. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Well, all right. What a magnificent and beautiful day. I want to thank, before anything, my beautiful producer, Tiffany White, Sage Woman, for doing what she does. I was on the Jimmy Mack Healing Show earlier today at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 o'clock Eastern Time. Jimmy's out of Florida, and it was great to be on with him, and I'm going to have him on my show probably, with everything that's going on with me right now, probably within a month or two. That's really what it's boiling down to, because I'm trying not to get bogged down. And I know in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have Courtney Starhart Hale with me. She has we're going to be talking about her incredible book. And yeah, I'm ready. So I want to get started real quick with my calendar, let you guys know where I'm going to be. Obviously, you know where I am every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, here at the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show with Anthony J. Rodriguez, Walking Crow. Yeah. And then every Thursday night, I am live for Sound, Vibration, Magic, Drum Journey with Walking Crow. And this Thursday, I will be live from Sedona, and I think I'm going to be live from Bell Rock, right near the Canyon Village area. Near where I'm staying. The Bell Rock is an amazing monolith, and so that would be the perfect vortex to go and drum and vibrate outward with that drum. I'm going to ask if you could. I'm going to ask for an exchange of vibration. I'm going to ask for a donation if you can. You can send it through Venmo to Anthony-Walking Crow-24. And you can send whatever you'd like. And it's an exchange of energies. On Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and live drumming from Sedona. And then on the 5th, this Saturday, This Side of Consciousness with myself, and I'm going to be at the Sedona Creative Life Center, and from 2 to 4, teaching this side of consciousness. We're going to talk about what consciousness is, not just for me, but what it is for you, what it can be for you, what it would be for you if you were to step into it fully. It's not always fun. It can be really hard sometimes, but I'm going to tell you, when all is said and done, the satisfaction and the transformation that's taken in life, that comes in life, is such a beautiful thing. You'll be able to move through things in a different way and handle things in a different way. And really, that's our goal. We will also be journeying that day. We'll be doing a 25-minute journey with the big drum at the Sedona Creative Life Center. And also, and that's $40. if you come by yourself, if you show up at the door, if you come, if you pre-register, I think it's by Friday, you can come to the event for $30. You can save yourself $10. So go ahead and do that. And on the 19th of May, we are going to be making drums, I believe in Pasadena, California. That venue may change because of some technical issues, but we are going to be making handmade drums. You will be able to learn how to make a handmade drum and do it in a ceremonial way, and through prayer and drumming and tobacco and all those things that I do when I put together a drum for that kind of drum medicine. We'll be making a 12-inch elk skin drum, releasing for some reason, 12-inch elk skin drum, and probably the mallets as well. I didn't buy the materials for mallets because I think some people should really collect their own stick for the mallet, but I haven't announced that either. So we still have time. And then again, I will be, and that's $200. You can go to Eventbrite and sign up for that event on Eventbrite. And that's going to be in Pasadena, California, I believe, or facsimile thereof. And then again, on June 3rd, Word Consciousness with Anthony J. Rodriguez, Walking Crow at the Church of Truth Center for Awakening Consciousness. This is going to be a talk, and some would call it a sermon, but I'm going to call it a talk. I will be addressing the congregation about word, palabra, and consciousness. Are you consciously in your word? And do you understand what it means to be consciously in your word? And that is what I'm going to talk about today. I am also doing an event at Church of Truth Center for Awakening Consciousness on June 16th for Father's Day, Healing the Masculine Soul. We are going to help your fathers, brothers, uncles, grandfathers, nephews, sons, whatever, bosses, help to heal. And this isn't just an event for men. This is an event for women and men, for them to heal through their voice, through their word, through their expression, through their palabra, through their expression, and learn how to communicate back and forth. So you can go home and not be afraid of retribution or shame or anger or any of those things when you have something to say or when you want to express yourself in the way of, that hurt my feelings. That's going to be $20 at the Center for Awakening Consciousness, the Church of Truth in Pasadena on June 16th at 9 a.m. Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana. Hey. So let's move on with the show. Let me see. Let me get to where I need to see if we have any comments here. Blah 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 blah. Hi Sarah. Sarah's on with us from Indiana. Sarah, happy birthday to Austin. I missed that. It was yesterday, and I was so happy to see that. Sarah watches the show from her desktop, and Anthony's usually in her lap waving at me as I speak. So not Anthony. Anthony's her husband. The other A, Austin. That's in Texas. I apologize for that. So let's move forward. Word, palabra. Word, palabra is a Spanish for word, and consciousness. Are you conscious about what you say and how you say it? Do you have an understanding of the way you say things? And are you offensive with your word? Are you loving with your word? Are you nurturing and caring with your word? Are you kind of like a sawed-off shotgun when you say something that you spray everybody that's in with a couple of feet of you, and everybody gets hit with pellets? How do you use your word, and can you Are you grounded where you can take time to think about what that's like? And I want to pull the card. I pulled the card before the show this morning. I was talking a little bit with Tiffany White, my producer, before the show started. And this is the card for the day, facade. And you see the tree that has released its leaves. It's let go. And you see the old man and the little boy walking in the clouds, and you can see the clouds through their clothes. I have an understanding of what this is like. I have merged the little boy and the man as an adult in my lifetime. in the second half of my lifetime, I've been able to merge those two, because those two were separated by brokenness. Those two were separated by the things that had happened in my life, the traumas that happened in my life, the traumas that happened in your life. And walking the clouds today, I noticed that, it's cloudy outside here in LA, and but it's not cloudy. It's just, the facade of clouds is there just to, just to allow us to have rain, to have us something different while the sun still shines. This is the third chakra card. This is about your power. This is about my power. This is about my voice. This is about my integrity. This is about who and what I am. This is about what I have been doing for the last 7 years. Shedding the leaves, letting go of the hurt, the wounds, and the pain, and allowing that little boy, that lost little boy, to come and merge with this man walk and become walking crow in who and what I am and who and what I have always been. This is the truth for you as well. This is the truth for you. Are you letting go of the leaves? Are you not allowing the clouds to create a dismal day? No, it's not a dismal day. It's a day of letting go. Clouds are also symbolic of rain, water, direction of the west, direction of the woman, direction of emotion, aho, direction of grandmother moon, 28-day cycle, letting go. Do you let go? Aho, shinowana, honata, aho, shinowana, hey, shino, sina, I shinowana, hey. Wow. What a powerful, powerful day, And if you are in your voice, and if you are able to speak up for yourself and of yourself in a way that you have never done before, and not necessarily with closed fists or crossed arms, or protecting yourself, but in a way of open hands and reaching across the table and saying, hello, how are you? Can you reach across the table with your hands and say, hey, even to somebody who you may not like or has been hurting your feelings, are you able to be the bigger person and be in your body and be in your soul and be in your wisdom and say, you know what? They're not healthy. I need to reach out to them because they may need what I have to offer. Or vice versa. You may need what they have to offer, And are you ready to listen? Are you ready to be in your awareness of what that is, of listening, of knowing what they may have to talk about, what you may have to offer with your word, a kind word, aho? Are you able to ground into your root system, into your root chakra, red, ground, your foundation, and dig deep and not get knocked down by the things that people say, because sometimes people will say something to us and we get rocked. Our world will get rocked. You can lose a branch and lose some leaves, but you're the tree that doesn't get knocked down by the four winds, aren't you? 323-870-3791 is the call-in number. Call in and ask a question. Call in and, I'll pull a card for you. Call in and let me know what's on your mind. Let me know what's been troubling you and how I can maybe listen and help you and give you a direction in where you're going to go. I have to say, and this was very clear on Jimmy's show today, I am not a psychic. I am not a medium. I don't pretend to be such things. I am an intuitive in a different way. When I see you and I start to talk to you, I start to unravel the thread of what is your sweater. I start to unravel the thread of the hurts and the places you have been, and I start to re-knit that sweater and reweave it into a way that's wearable for you. It's not too tight, it's not too big, it fits you just right, and you're able to walk towards the light in the way that you walk towards the light. Are you ready to walk towards the light? And are you walking towards the light or in the light? Are you standing in the darkness? Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people don't think about this, but when you are standing in the darkness, that is when your light is apparent. In the book, Conversations with God, the author was talking about being in the darkness, and he came across the sun. This little flame came across the sun. And the sun said to the little flame said to the sun, your sun is so bright, your light is so bright. It's so bright, how come I can't see my light? And the son said to the little flame or little candle, if you would like to see what your light looks like, go into the darkness. Go into the darkness and create your light. Aho shino wana. Hey, do you create your own light? And not just with the fire from your third chakra, but with your word. As you speak, as you stand in the word, as you stand in who and what you are and what you say and do, aho, because what you do is what you say is what you do, aho. That fire will start to burn bigger and brighter, and you will start to create an esteem, a fuego, a fire. Fuego is Spanish for fire, and I will, I do, that's unstoppable. That is unstoppable. I have been doing that for the last 6 or 7 years. Actually, for a lot longer, for about 26 years. And 26 years is a magical number because number 26 is a divine feminine number. And 26 years is two 13-year cycles from the Maya calendar, from the Aztec calendar, from the indigenous calendars. 13 is a cycle. Two cycles is 26. 4 cycles is a lifetime, 52. I am 57 years old and I'm 5 years into being an elder. Aho, shino and aho. That's my walk. That's my path. And the more I step into that wisdom, the more I step into my understanding of who and what I am and who and what I was always meant to be, the more powerful I am, the brighter star that I shine, the bigger fire I burn. Aho. Oh, are you ready? And I'm going to say this because there's something that's coming up and I want to talk about this. I just talked about my calendar and I just talked about this, what it is that I'm creating in my life. I'm creating a reality, my own reality in my life. I am about to move. This weekend I have my event in Sedona. I'll be drumming from Sedona on Thursday, and then I have my main event on Saturday. And in between there, I'm going to be offering healings in Sedona. If you are in the Sedona area and you would like to have an energy healing with me, I'm only going to be setting up 4. I normally charge $140. I'm going to be giving those sessions for $100. You're going to be able to save yourself $40. But you have to register for those, pre-register before Thursday. So you can send the $100 to Anthony-WalkingCrow-24 and you can pay for that and we'll schedule that session for you accordingly. Send it through Venmo, send it with a note, send it with your phone number and your email, and I'll put it on the calendar and what time works best for you and we'll get that scheduled for you. I'm only going to be setting up 4. So, and saying that, I'm also going to be moving to Sedona at the end of June. I am going to be leaving Los Angeles, and I'll be coming back temporarily, sometimes for a week at a time to see my mother and make sure that she's okay and things are fine here in Los Angeles because I do have family here, and this has been my lifetime home. But I'm going to be moving to Sedona, and as soon as I get to Sedona, I'm going to be scheduling events across the country. And I was going to do it in studios and try to reach out to studios, but they don't call me back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the call out to people to open up their homes and invite anywhere from 10 to 20 people. Can you gather 20 people? Can you gather 20 people with a donation of $20 each? Can you do that? Can you do that? Because what I'll do is I'll come to your home and we will do journey and you will get a healing and I will give a talk. It'll be a 2-hour time frame. And many will get lots of help for that. And if you're the person whose home you're opening up or the person who has the home to open up, it will be free for you. It won't cost you a thing, and have everybody bring a covered dish, like a potluck so they can feed each other. It's because this isn't about just, getting the healing and doing this work. This is about creating community within your community and having me be there as a facilitator to help you do and share what it is you want to do and share. Aho. And while I'm talking about that, and then this is how manifestation works. This is what the guides told me. I have this thing that's going on in this year. They don't stop talking to me. They don't even lower the volume for me. But I was told to ask my listening community for help. I am going to be traveling across the country, And I'm looking for people to support me and to actually sponsor me across the country. I'm asking for $20 a person. I'm friends with over 2,000 people on my Facebook page, and I'm going to ask to see if 10% of those people would donate $20 to help me make my way across the country to the East Coast. Because when I get to the East Coast, I'm going to be doing a drum making workshop in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm going to be going up into Delaware to work in the medicines with Courtney Starheart Hale, Starheart Love. Love just makes sense. Starheart Love. Starheart Hale. She's an amazing shamanic practitioner, amazing shaman, amazing medicine woman, and I can't wait to get there. And then I'm going to make my way up to Connecticut to maybe do some events in Groton with Tiffany White Sage Woman, because I know that's a big spiritual community. And then I want to go see my brother up in New England, Ian Morris, listening to Smile. Aho. This month, Ian Morris is going to be releasing his music, his new album, and I'm on that album. I am chanting over drumming that he created, and I'm excited because, you know, I have an album released with the band that I used to be with, but this is a different kind of thing. This is my spiritual work. This is my spiritual calling. This is what I do. So if you would like to sponsor me making my way across the country, or if you would like to open up your home for me to do a session, an event in your backyard or your living room, let me know. Send an email to Anthony at sacreddrummedicine.com. Reach out to me through my website at www.sacreddrummedicine.com. Give me a call at area code 818-442-1717. That's manifesting. That's how things get done. I am going to make my way into your town. If I go into Ohio, I want to make sure that there's somebody there waiting for me to say, Anthony, we've been waiting for you. If I go to Austin, Texas, or San Antonio, Texas, I want the same thing. If I'm in Alabama, well, man, I don't know if I'm going to go to Alabama, because I don't know if they would want somebody like me in Alabama, you know, or in Tennessee, or in South Carolina, or in other parts of North Carolina, or in New Mexico, or wherever it is that you want me to come, I will come. And you let me know. I will bring my sleeping bag and I will sleep under the stars in the backyard, because it's going to be summertime. It's going to be summertime, and I don't care to sleep outside, you know, unless I'm sleeping on a mound of ants. Well, anyways, so that's manifesting. That's palabra. That's the word. I have been talking. This is what I'm talking about. Being in the word, being in the conscious state of what word is, and being in the word of your consciousness and what that is for you. And are you unconscious to your word? Or do you don't have the words for the consciousness that you may have already? Aho. I have the words. I have the consciousness. I am manifesting every day. I go into that part-time job that I have, that I work a couple of days a week, and I say goodbye to that store. I say, store, thank you. Thank you for giving me what you give me while I've been here. But I'm leaving. I am going to be leaving soon, and I'm grateful for what you've given me. When I walked in there yesterday, what I heard from my guides was, the 14th of June is your last day here. You need to say goodbye and write the letter of resignation to this company and say goodbye, because you are leaving. Really? Really? What? That's amazing, because the 14th of June is my mother's birthday. Palabra, word, manifestation. On my mother's birthday, Flag Day. That is Flag Day. On the 14th, I'm making a conscious decision to step away and to move across these United States of America on Flag Day. Aho. That's how manifestation works. I am not just going to talk about it. I'm going to ask for your help. I'm going to ask for your guidance. I'm going to ask for your service, and I'm going to serve you as I make my way across each state, as I cross each state line, as I cross each county line, each city line, each place where people live, and they will open their doors and receive me and say, Anthony, we have been waiting for you. Walking Crow, please sit down in our home. These are my friends. We are here to hear what you have to say, hear the message that you are carrying, and we are here to wait for your healing. and I will give that healing, and I will drum, and I will bring you into the rhythm of your voice, the rhythm of Pachamama, Gaia, Madre Tierra, Mother Earth, her rhythm of the heartbeat of what flows through you and what flows through her. And I am ready to manifest our you. Oishino, 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 Aho, Aho, Aho. I always knew I was going to do this, but I didn't know, and I always knew that I couldn't do it on my own because it takes a village. It takes a village. And in this case, it's going to take villages. And I hope nobody's offended by me asking for a donation. Why wouldn't I? I'm not asking to buy a car or anything like that. No, I'm asking this will be paying for gas. This will be paying for campsites. This will be paying for food. This will be paying for the way across to get to you wherever you are. Oh. So if you want to send $20, if you want to send $100, I don't care. If you want to send $10, $5, send it to Venmo, Anthony-Walking Crow-24. And I'd be glad to come to your account and receive what it is you have to offer. But gather your friends, gather the tribe, gather your family, gather those souls that want to hear a message and want to heal and want to be able to do more than they've been able to do in a lifetime. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people don't have health insurance. A lot of people don't have access to help, to psych help or spiritual help. Yeah, they may go to church, but they don't always get the help that they need. And it's not always easy for them to ask for the help that they need. You can ask me for that help because I'm asking you, and I will listen to what you have to say, and I will help you to climb up on that catapult and be catapulted into a fourth dimension, into a new way of being, into a new way of speaking, into a new way of talking, into a new way of living. Do you want to live in a new way? Aho. Call me up at 323-870-3791 and tell me that you want to be in a new way of being, a new way of living. Send me a message and tell me, Oishino, I am ready, and I'm ready. Use your words, your hands when you are typing, your hands when you are texting. Your hands are your voice, and they're the things that you use to get your message across. And I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to take my hands and rub them together, and I am going to point my hands to the camera, to the lens, and say, Creator, Great Spirit, I ask that you would vibrate forward, that you would create a path that's already preset and predestined, that I would come to those places, that I would stand in my word, that I would be in my word, and I would send out a healing prior to me getting there, that those would be warmed by the energies of my hands, by the energies of my heart, by the energies of my third chakra, by the energies of my soul, that I would be the word, palabra, and of consciousness that walks through their front door and into their backyard and holding hands in sacred circle, and teaching all involved to hold and have a fire ceremony, and setting of intentions and burning of intentions and moving forward with intention. I send out my energies to all, and all who are listening, and even all who are not aware of my existence on this earth planet. Aho, they would be touched in my passing as I drive down the 40, the 10, whichever highway I'm on, the 80, doesn't matter. Aho, aho. Aho. Because I speak it, it is true. Because I say it, it is so. Are you ready? And do you know that you can say yes to yourself? Yes is a simple word. Yes is a complete sentence. Yes, exclamation point. Yes, period. Yes, question mark. Yes. Wow, I just got thirsty from all of that. And I want to remind you, you can find me and you can reach out to me at Anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com. www.sacreddrummedicine.com as well. And you can call me at area code 818-442-1717. But for today, Call us up at 323-870-3791 and let us know what's on your mind. Let us know what's going on with you. Let us know if you're hurt, what your hurts are. Let us know what your wounds are. We're here to help. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. We don't judge. I don't judge here. I am no judge here. And what happens in this sacred circle of receiving, of giving and receiving, and giving of receiving, giving and receiving through your left hand and giving through the right hand, the way the energy flows is between you and I. It is between you and I. And you never know who's listening. Oh, and by the way, did I mention it's Tuesday? It's another Tuesday. And yesterday, and I didn't post a video yesterday. Yesterday was Moon Day. And yesterday was the day after the full moon. The full moon. And we are still within the energies of that full moon. And are you ready for a new full moon? Brings the most magnificent energy. And I love looking into that sky and seeing that round, off-white, beautiful creature, which is grandmother, which is water, which is emotion, which is manifestation, which is the turtle, the 13 moons, the 13 grandmothers, the turtle, the tortoise, 13, So it's Tuesday, and we just came out of Moon Day, and understand the significance of why I choose those words, because I'm about moving the energies forward. I'm not about moving the energies backward. There's no retrograde here. And when retrograde is retrograde, that means stop. That doesn't mean move backwards. It just means it's isolated. It stops. Boom. But I'm about moving the energies forward. And how can I help you to move the energies forward? How can I help you to step into a new way of life, a new way of being? I know that my friend Sarah, who's listening, she has started to transform her life, and she's shared with me the things that she's doing, and she reaches out and asks, what can I do to do this? What can I do to do that? And I'm grateful to people like Sarah who reach out, because it shows that I'm doing something and offering something that's working for people. Because it works for me. I speak from a place of experience, and I've read a lot of books and I've done a lot of things, but most of what I talk about is a download, and all of what I talk about, not most, is a download, and it's all about experience. It's all about my life experience and how I got from point A to point B. And you can do it too. You can go from point A to point B, and you can share that experience with those around you, with those who are your loved ones, who will say, boy, what's going on with you? You're different. You talk different. You are different, and what have you been doing? And there's also going to be people who get mad at you because you don't want to do the same old things that you're always doing. There's a young woman who reached out to me from Compton, California, and she sends me messages through Facebook, and she's thanked me for helping her. She said, she lives in a rough neighborhood, and people in her neighborhood think she's a weirdo. People think that there's something wrong with her because she doesn't want to be yelling at people anymore. She wants to be able to talk to people and not be yelled at. And she wants to have a conversation, not be talked at. And I was like that. I grew up like that. I grew up in a household where people talk at each other. They're so accustomed to yelling at each other and talking at each other. And I got to tell you, it hurts. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard when that happens. So this young lady is just, she was grateful. And I took her message and I posted it on my Facebook, because I think people should hear from people like her who find me out there in the airways, not just for people who come to my office and get a healing session within the office or come into an event or something. No, this place where I place these words is a place where everybody can see it, because it's important that those who follow me in any way they can get the messages that they get, like Sarah is getting it. Like I have another friend that from high school, she found me and she told me that she listens to my drumming every night to go to sleep. She has insomnia, and she doesn't have insomnia anymore because she listens to the drumming, and the drumming takes her off to a quiet, peaceful place where she can sleep and she can be still and she can be in her dream state. And Jaguar can come into her dreams and move through her dreams. so she can be in the power of who she is when she gets up in the morning now. Oh, and she's full and she's embodied. She's full and she's embodied. Are you full and embodied? Not FOOL, FULL, full and embodied. You know, and it's like that with the moon the other night. I posted on social media. Be in the full moon, FULL, not the FOOL, because there are those who are out there doing weird and interesting events, and I'm like, I don't understand. You know, it becomes more about how things look than what things are, and I'm about what things are and what they can be. You know, I'm about seeking the medicine that can help me. I'm about finding the medicine that can help you. What is the word that I can share with you, that I can give you, that can help you today? What is the word that your ear will land on, your left ear, your side of receiving, that your ear will land on, that you'll hold on to the rest of the day, or maybe the next couple of days, or into next week till my show's on again next Tuesday. Hold on a sec. Connecticut, hello. I will pimp you out. That is very funny. You know, I love my producer Tiffany, Michelle White Sage one, because she's just hysterical, and you know, I'm gonna pimp me out. I'm good. I'll be tired. Gotta take some vitamin something. Gotta take a multivitamin to be pimped out. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Anyways, you know, that's the fun you can have. You can say things like that. And I think a lot of people don't understand that you can say things like that. You can come into your voice and joke about things like that when you're single, you're married, or you're in a relationship. And, you know, you don't have to get nobody has to get all crazy. Because I know sometimes, you know, because we live in our insecurity, or we don't know how to live in our insecurity in a good way, that we get mad or we get angry and we think that something's going on. You know, and no, that's not the case. You know how many times a day, you know, I send out hearts and hugs to people because, because I love. Oh, that was heavy. Because I love, and I'm loved. And I share love, and I give love. Love is all I have to offer. And what does love look like? Sometimes it's as simple as me saying, feel my energy, feel my love. Sometimes I don't even have to do that. It just exudes out of my chest and across the land, across the waters, across the mountains, across the seas, across everywhere. And sometimes it's my voice. Sometimes it's my still small voice that says, hey, how can I help? But I love and I'm loved. And that's two powerful sentences. Oh, that's a full, complete sentence. You know, what can I tell you? Do you see what happens when I talk about that? Do you see what happens when I experience that? When I stand in my palabra and my word of who and what I am, in my consciousness of my emotional being, of my emotional state, and I allow myself to have an emotional state, to sweep my emotional state under a rug and not experience it. You know, yesterday I got out of work, that place I'm saying goodbye to, and I laugh when I say it because I've been doing it for a couple of months now. And I had an appointment at my office with a client, and my office is 20 minutes away, and it took me an hour to get there. So I walked into my office at the same time that my client walks in there. And I don't like to do that. I like to get there, and I have to get there and I smudge and I prepare and I do all these things. But on the way there, I needed the hour because I found out why I needed the hour. And I called a friend of mine to say hello. And this is a friend of mine that I love very much, my friend Corey. Corey's been my friend for 26 years. I said the number 26 is divine feminine. There it is. Corey has been my friend for 26 years. And Corey has never judged me. Corey has always stood by me. We are friends from sobriety. And I love her dearly. And I go down to Carlsbad to stay in her home every now and again and to spend time with her and her beautiful daughter, Desi, who's an incredible artist. And so I called her and she answered the phone. Now, this is about word. And sometimes it's many words strung together, just like many threads strung together that put together, knitted together, make that sweater that you're wearing that I talked about. We were unraveling and then reknitting to fit in the way that works for you. So I called her to see how she was doing. And her father passed a couple of months ago, maybe not even. And she was in the desert, in the Palm Desert area. And she was, cleaning out his stuff. And she was waiting for something to happen because she's in, like a lot of us, is having tough times. Who in America is not having tough times? Whether it's economical, whether it's emotional, whether it's spiritual, whether it's a problem at work or a problem at school or a problem with your kids or whatever the problem is, your husband, your spouse. She was having a tough time, and she got to the point in the conversation that she just wailed and cried on the phone with me. And I listened. I didn't try to make it better for her. I didn't try to make anything better for her. I just listened on the phone as I made my way to my office. And I just got happy. And I listened to her, and when she stopped crying, she had clarity. I could hear in her voice. She said, "Thank you for letting me cry." She said, "Thank you. I needed to cry. I feel better now." How many of you really understand what those tears of release mean? Those tears of Grandmother Moon 20-day cycle, letting go, direction of the west, direction of water, emotion, letting go, the darkness, being in the darkness, and knowing that when you're in the darkness, that is when you see the light. The light shines the brightest. Your light, the light of others, those that reflect it and stand in the power of who they are, and they show you who they are. They are the mirror to you, and you're the mirror to them, that you can too, and they did also. I did, I will, I can, I will, I do. So will you, if you're willing to pick up your feet, tie your shoes, or take them off and start moving forward with right foot first. Manifest and allow the divine feminine left hand to follow and allow that energy to flow forward. Are you ready? I got off the phone with my friend Corey, and I had to tell her I had to go. I hated to hang up on her, but I had to go because I had a client waiting. And, what I got when I got to my office was just an incredible session, Thank you, my friend Courtney Hale, my beautiful, beautiful friend Courtney Hale. Yes, it's good to release through grief and praise. That was Courtney who just said hello. Hi, Courtney. Good to have you aboard, baby. And welcome. Courtney's going to be on the show hopefully in a couple of weeks, because it's too late in the week to set it up for next week because I'm so busy this week. But we're going to make that happen, and we're going to talk about her book too, and we're going to talk about all she does. So, and she's another soul that's out there, that's speaking the same language, that's telling the same truth, that's stepping in to her palabra, through her consciousness, and into her consciousness through her palabra, word. Gil Scott Heron, tell me, baby, have you heard? What's the word? Johannesburg. He was singing about what was going on in South Africa at the time. What's the word? First, there was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. It's in the Gita. It's in the Bible. It's everywhere. Everything starts with word. When you walk into a place for an interview, why are you going into that place of interview? Because you're going to go in and be in your word. In their word, you're going to have an exchange of energies, an exchange of vibrations, an exchange of palabra, an exchange of word. And we're going to mirror each other. We're going to mirror each other, and we're going to size each other up, especially in an interview, like a job interview. You're being sized up, So never slouch in an interview. Never do this. Always stand up, put your feet flat on the floor, and then allow Mother Earth's energies to flow through your body and be in your word, be in your fire, your fuego. I can, I will, I do, I am, a whole, and stand in it, and stand in palabra. Word. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to get angry. There's nothing wrong with anger. I went to anger management for, I'm going to tell myself. I went to anger management for a 12-week program, and I stayed for 2 years. Not because I was angry, but because I wanted to learn more practical tools of how to deal with anger and be with anger in a way that wasn't my normal status quo, that wasn't the way that I was taught by parents, that wasn't the way that I was taught by teachers, that wasn't the way that I was taught by politicians, police, priests, nuns, and all those people who never took responsibility for the raising of this child. I hope, and I'm calling it out. I take the responsibility for the way that I am now. I didn't have to take responsibility for the way that I was brought up. I didn't bring me up. and nobody, and there are those who brought you up. You didn't bring yourself up either. Aho. Thank you, Sarah, for saying that I'm amazing. You know what? I am amazing. Amazing is a big word to fit my feet into the shoes of. But I stand in the word of amazing. Do you stand in the word of being amazing? Do you stand in the word of being goddess or godlike or warrior-like for the men? I like the word warrior more than godlike for the men. I like the word warrior because I got to tell you, and I don't mean a warrior who's fighting. I mean a warrior who will stand with his arms crossed and look into the wind and allow my hair to flow in the wind, and being the power of who and what I am. I know that when I walk into a place that people feel me, that people see me, that people know me, or they think they've known me for a long time. It's not just like that for me, it's like that for you. How many times have you walked into a party or anywhere, and the situation is, there's people all around, and you walk in and you know that somebody's looking at you. You feel somebody's vibration. You feel their vibration because they see you. And without looking, you see them. We don't always have to look and hear from here or from here. I often look from here and listen from this place, because sometimes I can be confused and misunderstanding of what I hear here and what I see here. But this never lies. The fire of my fuego never lie. Those things never lie. And are you willing to stand in the word of your medicine? Are you willing to stand in the word of looking for your medicine, of your being in your conscious state of being, so you can have a better understanding of who others are and who you are? Aho. Oishino. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I feel like I've been ready for a lifetime, but there were traps in my lifetime. I was in the second grade, and some of you know this story. Some of you know that when I was in the second grade, I was flunked as a child. I was always in trouble because, one, I was funny. Two, I would always say what I needed to say, what I wanted to say. I wasn't, there's a saying in Spanish that says, no tengo pelos en mi lengua. That I don't have any hair growing on my tongue, and I would say what I had to say, and I always got slapped or hit with a ruler, or I was always on the front board with my head pressed to the board, and, standing with, kneeling on my hands, gum on the bridge of my nose, whatever it was, or on the back of my ear. That's the stuff that happened to me. And in the second grade, I was always pounding and banging on my desk. I didn't, know why, but that was a thing that I had. And Mrs. Gaines was always slapping me, hitting me. She flunked me. She held me back. And the kids that I was friends with, all the kids that I had known up until that point, they were talking about 8 years old. That's not that old, and that may not be that many friends, but it's all we know. They moved on without me, and I was left behind. But that being left behind served me, because the story that came from being flunked and left behind serves you today. It serves the people that I talk to. I was told to be quiet. I was told to shut up. I was told to go outside. I was told to go stand in the corner. I was told to do lots of things with regard to my vibration, my saying yes, my being in my voice, being in my word. And because they told me those things, I have to thank them and say, thank you for telling me to be quiet, because now I speak, I express, I vibrate out. And that's what I do. And that is my medicine. Can you? Will you? Do you? Will you be in the power of the things that held you back in your lifetime and say, I'm ready to let go of that. And I'm going to, man, Anthony's doing that thing. I'm going to do what I do. And I'm glad he showed me that I could. And if I've been an inspiration to you, great. And if I haven't, great. Because that means I still have been something to you. A whole. It's like when you have an experience, you have an experience. And if you have the same, if you're in that experience with somebody who had that experience and you didn't have an experience, or you had a different experience, you still had an experience. There's no real difference. It's just a balance in experience. It's just a balance of energies. You still had the experience. You just had it in a different way. Oh, palabra, word. I can, I will, I do, I am. Are you ready to manifest the rest of your life through your word? Are you ready to stand in the foundation of who and what you are and who and what you have always been in your place in this world? Root, chakra, foundation. Are you willing to grow, to merge with Mother Earth through the second chakra, merge through your root chakra and become the mighty tree, the mighty oak that you have always been by allowing yourself to die in and of yourself like the acorn dies, like the Christ consciousness dies, like the Christ consciousness had to die to become the ascended master. Oh, are you ready to really let go? Can you? It'll take different people different amounts of time to do that sort of thing. But boy, when you do, when you're ready, you will. And you will be like a rocket shooting through space. You will be like the falling star, like the shooting star. You will be like I am, climbing up on a catapult and being catapulted into the fourth dimension again and again and again. I can't tell you how many times I've been catapulted into a fourth dimension. My life transcends, transmutes, transitions, and transforms on a second-to-second basis, minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day, week to week, month to month. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the transition that you have been waiting for? This is summertime. Summertime is coming. We are in spring. We are now planting seeds. We are now planting seeds for what's to come, for the fall harvest, to prepare ourselves to go into a time of rest, into the den with a great grizzly bear, a whole time of winter, time of wisdom. Plant the seeds that you want now. That's what I'm going to be doing as I make my way across the country. I am going to be planting seeds, making my way to what it is that I want for myself. And some of you who are listening know what I'm talking about and are waiting for me to get there. I know what's there when I get there. And I'm willing to step out of myself, to step out of the fear that I carried for a lifetime from childhood that I no longer carry, and step into the power that was catapulted from fear and anger and hurt and shame and wounds. And I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to do, and I'm ready to say, and I'm ready to give. Oishino, oishino, oishino. I keep saying that because I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. So open the doors to your front of your house. Open the side gates and allow me in. I'm coming across the country, and I'm going to be coming to your town, and I'm going to be coming to a place where you can get the healing and the energy that you need, that you want, so you can move forward. Make it so. Let it be. Aho shinowana, honata shinowana, hey, shina, shinawana. Oh, see. Oh, see. Oh, see. Oh. So, are you in your fire? And are you ready? There are no facades. Things are as they are. Things are as they are. We have about 7 minutes left in the show. And 323-870-3791. If you have a question, if you want to say hello, if you want to, let me know what's on your mind, feel free to call in and we'd be glad to talk to you. We'd be glad to take your call. You know, I was on Jimmy's show earlier. We took a few calls. In fact, we took a call from 818 area code, which is right across, probably, it could have been next door or over the next block, you know, and Jimmy's in Tampa, Florida, you know. So, you know, it was great to be on his show. So, you know, I will ask you, palabra, word, vibration. Palabra, word, vibration. Palabra, word, vibration. Palabra, word, vibration. Are you ready to give us what you got? Because I know that you have a lot. I know that you are in your word and you stand in your word. My friend Courtney Hale knows what I'm talking about. Tiffany White Sage Woman knows what I'm talking about. Tiffany White Sage Woman has her own show every Sunday. And by the way, Tiffany, I'm sorry I missed it on Sunday because I like to tune in. When I heard Tiffany laugh this morning in our phone call, I love hearing her laugh, you know, because it brings such joy. You know, I don't always bring that kind of joy into a room when I'm, you know, doing what I'm doing. I would love to, you know, and maybe I do and I don't realize it. Do I? Can I? Will I? You know, but, you know, listening to her show makes me laugh and giggle because she does it in such a fun-filled way. And I can't wait to get to the East Coast to be able to do events, do her show and do other events. And for her to pimp me out, you know, in Connecticut, in Groton, Connecticut. Like, you know, I'm going to be pimped out and I'm talking that way in fun. I'm going to be pimped out in Asheville, North Carolina, and maybe even Delaware, you know. Rightly so, Delaware. Who knows? We may even do some work in New York. I think that may be coming up as well. So, you know, understand that this is a time of sowing seeds. Let your words be the seeds that you sow. I'm not a religious person, but I have read the Bible and I've studied the Bible. And as a man speaketh, so is he in his heart. I am what I am in my heart, and I say what is in my heart. And not only do I say what is in my heart, what I speak is way deep down inside, and it fills this cavity right here. And it doesn't just come up from here. It comes up from my fire, my fuego. I can, I will, I do. It comes up from the emotion, the water of where I was birthed, of where I sat in gestation for 9 months, where I floated in the water, in the lovely energies of mother. Not just my mother, madre, matter, but a mother, madre, matter, earth. Oh, and I listen, and I listen. Listen. Then I speak. And then I speak. You know, something amazing happened this last week. I was a water pourer in my lodge, and that went away for a while. But it reappeared last week. And and it's amazingly so. I've talked about the divine feminine energies. I speak about the divine feminine energies on a constant basis. Because it's about the shadow work that I've done. It's about me understanding my duality of divine feminine, omateo, duality, divine feminine receiving, and divine masculine giving, the exchange of those energies. And I pull water in direction of the west, direction of the woman, direction of water, you know, and I was in such joy and such happiness to be able to be sitting there the other night, and I'm blessed because I got to tell you, most of the people who follow me are women. There's very few men that follow me. I don't know if I make them nervous or what the heck, but you know, I would love it if I had a slew of men that follow me like the women who listen to me and share my stuff. You know, and thank you for the heart. Thank you for the love. I know that. You know, there's people out there who really, 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 really care about me, you know, and really, really hold space for me as I hold space for you. And I don't just hold space for women, but I hold space for the divine masculine as well. I am a teacher to those young men who come to inipi, to sweat, to ceremony, and I'm glad to be that. I'm glad to be able to do so and have elders of my own. I want to remind everybody that you're listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. My name is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. And if you want to find me, you can reach me at www.walkingcrow.com. anthony.sacreddrummedicine.com, or you can send an email to anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com, or you can even call me at my office. And if I don't answer, I'll call you back, 818-442-1717. It's been a happy Tuesday show. You have the power to choose how your life is going to go today. Today is Tuesday. And thank you, Sarah. Thank you for a wonderful show. And happy birthday to little Austin. I can't wait to maybe, come to Indiana and be in your home with your family and get to meet Austin. And we can wave at each other from across the coffee table or something. I don't know what that looks like, but who knows? Who knows? I want to thank everybody for coming and listening today, coming and watching. I want to thank my beautiful friend Courtney for being here for me and supporting me, and for my beautiful producer Tiffany White, Sage Woman. Thank you, Tiffany, for all that you do, not just for me, but all you do for Jimmy Mack and the rest of the folks, the rest of the folks on Goldylocks Productions, on whatever channel you're listening to. I'd like to remind you and thank you for coming. My name is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, and this has been the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. And I ask that you would have a good day. And remember, be in your word, be in your palabra, be in your conscious word of what it is that you want for yourself. Aho shinawana honata. Aho shinawana hey. Goodbye.